Hey, you want it? I got it. Let's talk about it. Hey everyone, welcome to the page. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. Don't forget to hit that bell to notify the algorithm. All right, as you know, this is coming to you raw and uncut. All right, let's get into it. I'm not going to go into the spill of, everything that they announced today as far as, WrestleMania 43. I just put a video out on, for that. So if you could go check that one out. I give my opinions on how I feel and what I think and stuff. So if you want to go check it out, please go check that out. Um, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, leave a comment. Let me know if you agree or disagree on what I said. All right, SmackDown tonight. Start out with Brock Lesnar, and as Brock Lesnar is about to start talking, our truth comes out. And our truth is, basically telling Brock Lesnar that he's disappointed in him, because he's been disrespecting John Cena and stuff like that. And then, Brock asks who he is, and then he says he's our truth and stuff. And I think they went around that, I think about 3 or 4 times, saying who is who. And then ultimately he asks our truth, does he know where John Cena's at? Our truth says no. I mean, it was kind of funny as far as, R-Truth saying that he's John Cena's, little brother. And then Brock saying, are you his brother by, the same mothers or whatever the case may be? He said, no, we have the same dad and stuff. So it was kind of funny, but it was kind of crazy. It kind of really didn't make any sense. You know, um, then Brock asked R-Truth, did he know he was missing a tooth? Now R-Truth, R-Truth went to go check his teeth. He got F5 and everything. And at that point, Brock Lesnar ripped his pants and stuff. So, I mean, that was kind of funny. But as that goes on, you figure like I think it was more or less of a filling spot, and because there was a lot of wasted time with the matches, you can tell by a couple of matches that you know something was wrong, something wasn't right. But I'll get into them as I'm talking, through the segment as we go through the segments and stuff. But our truth ultimately gets F5, and Brock walks away, high fiving, the audience and laughing on his way down, you know, the aisle. Then we get Sami Zayn, talk to Ray Phoenix, saying that he has an opportunity, as far as the U.S. title is concerned and stuff. So Sammy's giving him a shot at the title. And then we got this little crazy Solo Sokoa, you know, um, film promo, saying that he's going to be going after the things that he's lost and stuff. I mean, I guess he's going to come back at Sami Zayn again for, a rematch for the title. But that was basically all about, with that situation. And then we have the match with Sami Zayn and Ray Phoenix. The match was actually a good match. It was really fast paced. I mean, Ray Phoenix, there were some moves. And then ultimately, Sami Zayn wins the match with a Haluna kick, you know, um, out of the corner, and he wins the match 1, 2, 3. Then we get Julia and B-Fab. They had their little backstage thing going on. And then ultimately, you know, the match was decided because B-Fab and Kiana James and Julia, they got into it. So we have this match. The match was okay. There was a few things that were messed up in the match. I mean, there was a few spots that were missed and stuff, actually, because the match never got started and stuff. I mean, it was a beat down. Kiana James and Julia just beat down B-Fab, and then out comes Meacham with the kendo stick, nailing both of them, you know, nailing Kiana James and try to get Julia, but Julia got out of the ring. So somewhere down the line, that's gonna be a tag team match. Julia, Kiana James, B-Fab, and Meechin down the road. Then we got the little thing about Aleister Black with still talking about Damian Priest, about that he injected him with some venom and stuff like that. I mean, it's a little bit crazy because I thought after the last match it was over, but obviously it's not. So I guess we're going to get that repetitive match again. Man, come on, Triple H, please. But anyway, then we get the match with Jade, Cargill, and Tiffany Stratton. This match was a good match. There was a lot of missed spots in them. I mean, there was quite a few missed spots. But ultimately, the match was okay. There was some real good, spots that got hit. I mean, even though it was a count out and stuff, I mean, just like I said, there were some matches that had no ending, with the Julia and B-Fab match, no ending. With Jay Cargill and Tiffany, no ending. But at the end of that match, Nia Jax comes, she attacks, Jay Cargill, put her through the chairs, not chairs, but to the stairs and stuff. And then she grabs Tiffany Stratton, puts her in the ring. She headbutts Tiffany out of the air, and then, she squashes her and stuff, which was crazy. But I figured that match is going to end up to being a triple threat match somewhere down the line, maybe at WrestlePalooza. Depends on how quickly they can get that match, set up. But anyway, then you got Chelsea and her service, asking Nick Aldis about a tag title match and stuff. And then as that happens, then Miz comes out, basically asking the same thing, for the Miz and Carmelo Hayes. And then Carmelo Hayes, has already talking to Nick Aldis and already got a shot as far as the U.S. title match is concerned, because Miz, questions him and stuff. So Carmelo didn't say, but I guess when the Miz finds out, the Miz does know because the Miz think that he's done it. It was too fast, and that the fact that they should work on tag team titles instead of Carmelo working on a single title. But I think Carmelo wants that match, and that match is going to happen between him and Sami Zayn. And then we get this big film promo of John Cena and Brock Lesnar, throughout the years and stuff, which I thought was a pretty good, video. Kind of, expresses and kind of, says, what they've gone through and basically about why they're going to have this match and stuff at WrestlePalooza. But hopefully it'll be good. But anyway, we get Carmelo Hayes telling Sami Zayn, that he's coming after his title and stuff like that. So, and then we have Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. This match was for two big guys. The match was a pretty decent match and stuff. It was good. And then basically, I kind of knew, you know, um, that Drew was probably going to win this match, and Drew did win the match with the Claymore. I mean, I don't know what's up with the referee and why the referee was blocking Randy Orton from cutting Drew's head off and stuff, but the referee got in the way. When Randy moved the referee, Drew nails him with the doggone Claymore. 1, 2, 3. Drew wins, and the match is over. Well, that's it for the recap and stuff. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, leave a comment. Don't forget to hit that bell to notify the algorithm. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. God bless. Deuces, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you.